Hi Kaiser families, thanks for watching. In this video we're going to look at our staffing plans for the coming school year. In our previous video we ended by showing you and explaining how we plan to use our limited space for the upcoming school year as we are undergoing construction. In this video we're going to look at who's going to be in these rooms, what teachers will be teaching at what grade levels. As you may know, several of our Charis teachers and staff members are retiring this month. Chris Ostendorf, 4th grade, Stephanie Schlam, Library Media, Laura Schnur, Teaching Assistant, Gail Velton, Health and PE, and Susan Wheeler, School Secretary, will all be retiring after wonderful careers in education, and they'll be moving on to new and exciting chapters of their lives. In addition, Megan McCarthy, 2nd grade, is taking a leave of absence to spend more time with her family. And Maria Morrill, school psychologist, and Natasha Hancock, our nurse, will be making family-related moves to other positions. We will greatly miss each of these members of our Kaiser family. Such losses in number and stature are significant and have required extensive searches for highly capable new staff. All classroom positions have now been filled, and each new hire is already had a connection to Kaiser or to the Kirkwood School District. Steve Pursley has taught at Robinson for several years as a classroom teacher and most recently as their gifted education or REACH teacher. He was named Kirkwood Teacher of the Year several years ago and is obviously a quality addition to our staff. Molly Duffy was hired by us last summer to work with Melissa John and provide interventions for Kaiser students who've needed additional supports in math. She has excelled in this role, and we are thrilled to see what she does in her own classroom. Katie Brockmeyer has been a successful kindergarten teacher and teaching assistant at Tillman this year, getting rave reviews from parents, colleagues, and supervisors. Tillman unfortunately only had a half-time position for next year, and they knew she deserved more. After interviewing several exceptional candidates, we knew that Katie was the right fit for Kaiser. Kelsey Emmert was a terrific teaching assistant at Kaiser last year, not currently, but last year, as she was hired to support our first grade team after their class sizes exceeded district guidelines. Kelsey was a valuable aid to Kaiser teachers, but also did an exceptional job teaching numerous first graders who learned best in an alternative, smaller setting. Kelsey has taught first grade in Winsfield this year, and we're very happy to have her back at Kaiser. Kelly Eschenroder was a well-loved teaching assistant and behavior teacher at Kaiser for several years before moving to the high school as a grade-level secretary. She's known by many in the Kaiser community, and we're thrilled to have Kelly back at Kaiser as our new building secretary. And finally, Carrie Ems is not going anywhere, don't worry, but she currently teaches kindergarten at Kaiser, and she's been hired as our new library media specialist for the coming year. Carrie has taught several grade levels at Kaiser and has informally mentored with Stephanie Schlam in recent years, even co-organizing the author visits. We will actually be sharing Carrie with Tillman for the coming year, as both schools will have a part-time library media specialist before returning to a full-time position in 2012-2013. So, who's going to be teaching what next year? We will begin with the lower level. You can see in first grade, these are our classroom teachers who are going to be teaching first grade. We're going to have Karen Randazzo and Julie Pritchard are going to share what is currently our library space, and they are both going to be teaching first grade in there. Kelsey Emmert, our new first grade teacher, will be right across the hall, and Maggie Anderson will be across the hall from her. These first grade teachers have been fantastic, and obviously they've had to be very flexible as their current classrooms are slated for demolition in June. All of our interventionists, math and literacy, are going to be working out of this room, which again was not one of the ideal rooms in our building, but no teachers or students will be working out of there all day long, which is a good thing. The other significant changes on this floor, what is currently our teacher workroom and teacher's lounge, as you can see, is going to be our technology lab in a much smaller format for next year. Speech and language and OTPT is going to be right in here in what is currently our math room. That is a small space, but again, we very much appreciate our teachers for making do. And then Ms. Stobie and our special education and PLC room is going to be here. Again, Too small of a space, but all of our teachers are making do for the coming year. Moving up to the main floor and the upper level. In kindergarten, we have Katie Brockmeyer, who's going to be just sliding into the room that Carrie Ems has been in this year, leaving Paige McCracken exactly where she's at again for next year in kindergarten. Kelly Lauberth is going to be teaching 3rd grade, and she's going to share this room with Kathy Rinkins, which is currently our computer lab. Kelly and Kathy have shared space before, and they are excited to do it again. Because of specials and lunch recess schedules, they'll actually have over 2 hours each day when only one class is going to be in the room. Their 3rd and 4th grade teammates here, Miss Brown, Miss Smart, Miss Parker, and Miss Duffy, will all be on the building's main level, so they are at least in somewhat close proximity to the teachers here in the computer lab. To ensure we had at least some proximity, 2nd grade really we struggled on how to fit everyone into the rooms that we had left. We ended up leaving Miss Casey in 2nd grade right here, knowing that her teammates could be right above her and they would work very closely together, even though there's a floor separating them. Steve Pursley, coming to us from Robinson, is going to be in this classroom right here on the upper level. LaTanya Freeman is going to be teaching 2nd grade again in this space on the upper level. And Robin Wellman is moving from 1st grade to 2nd grade and will join her teammates on the 2nd floor. 5th grade, 3 of our teachers are not changing at all. They're moving up with their students, looping. Mr. Crenna, Ms. Hoffman, and Mr. Noble will all be in their same rooms. And then Jennifer McCoy is moving from 3rd grade to 5th grade and will be taking Miss Ossendorf's class in the same spot that they're at right now. So that does it. That explains who's going to be teaching what grade level and where they're going to be in the building. We do appreciate you watching the video, and of course we appreciate your continued support of Kaiser.